weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
You ready, Goofy?
First and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the ground, it's Eckler. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones, eluding the pressure right. He's got him in, complete. The 20, 10. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
That's the score. Falcons 7, Raiders nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And some room to work. And he is in. Touchdown.
Good one. That's my fault.
Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up. You give up your only.
You should eat real food like that.
You just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Jones. On 1st and 10.
Yeah, my shit just glitched. That shit glitched into a sack. That's crazy.
Holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. As he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 84 yards. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open. Trying to get in there a second time, but that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from a second first-quarter touchdown there. 2nd and goal from the 1.
No, baby.
And the Falcons have taken the lead. Fullback Charles couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They scored.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Young Ray Crew to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target.
And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Carr.
And this will be caught by Edwards.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Las Vegas.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. Waller taking it in over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
First down.
On play action, now Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing Jones. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1.
Sterling Hawkrichter in punt formation for the Falcons.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
They run with a former All-Pro, Todd Gurley.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
At the 13-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to the wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation,
Yeah, bro. It's a real comp. Ain't just talk.
Football, and for good reason.
Young Ray Crew to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A Raider first down, 17 yards.
17 yards. First down, Raiders.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Action. Now it's Carr. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing out.
For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Austin Eckler, the intended target.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Jones to throw again. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Draw play. It's Eckler. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. And to the right side here, it's Allen. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Jones now on 3rd down. Dances by him. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he went nowhere. He went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And the potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At the
Throwing on 1st down, Jones. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
Damon Arnett on the coverage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's weather this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Taken in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The conventional football 101, tells it. If you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll get this to Eckler. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Jones on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way down to the 26.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyrell Williams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
That's the score. Falcons 7, Raiders nothing. Young Way Crew to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He's got daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs.
That's on me. I wasn't paying attention. Play call.
And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The power that he has to run through you, and then he's also got the speed to run away from you, as we saw there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Jones. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Carr flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
The score, Raiders 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A Gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 4.
But he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Raiders 14, Falcons 7.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Jones, off play action. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Jones now to throw on 3rd down.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. They'll run here with Eckler. He's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders 16. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll set him back 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Off the play fake. Jones eluding the pressure right.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had it. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This defense is really flown around in the first half.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Russell Gage, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs, 77 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the gun, Jones. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll look to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Steps away to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play. Here's Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the Falcons' 11-yard line.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
Oh, what a move. And now running right through him.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd and short. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And the Raider first down.
From the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Carr will try it again on second down. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones flushed out right. And some room to maneuver.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
On second down, Eckler. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 40-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Jones throwing again. And he's got his man out of the back. weather this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jones off the play fake. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Keenan Allen, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 23.
He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down.
Carr got an open man. It's Ruggs.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Henry Ruggs.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
15 yards on the play, first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it third.
Jones now on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the gun, Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver.